Is it helpful for my child? Is it good for my child to have a pet? I'm Dr. Kirsten Hunter, clinical psychologist of 23 years, and I love talking about psychology with the public. So, yes, here's the question. Parents who are clients come in and they ask me, should I get a pet for my child? Is it helpful? Is it good for my child? And it's a really interesting question. Obviously, most people would say yes straight away, but I think it's actually interesting to talk through a little bit. So first of all, there's many advantages. You can have companionship. They can have the company of the animal with them, which is really lovely. The animal can be very comforting if just day in, day out, just to have the cuddles, but also if they're distressed, if they're upset, to go and grab the cat and grab the dog and have cuddles, and it can help them to self-soothe. A lot of kids who are learning to emotionally regulate, who go and have some time out, take the dog or the cat with them, which is really lovely. Also, there's the issue of being able to learn to, feed the animal, but I just think be mindful to probably not focus on that too much, because it can become, just check your child's old enough. I've had some kids, with a 5-year-old, and so families with a 5-year-old, and they think the 5-year-old should be feeding and training the animal. So just be careful about that. But which animal? What a great question. There's a lot of different opinion here and preference, of course, but there's pros and cons. First of all, can I say, if you're going to get an animal, and I'm going to mainly talk about cats, dogs, and birds, please make sure that it's an animal that is cuddly and gentle and patient. Because I've had a lot of families where, they'll get a cat and the cat hates being touched, it hates cuddles, and then they've just got another mouth to feed. They're not really getting much from the cat. Or a dog that is very bitey or is too large and literally wipes the child out when it wags its tail. So, obviously be mindful about what sort of animal to get. You can't completely control it, but try. So pros and cons with animals. Dogs are great because they're dogs. One really fascinating fun fact about dogs is that they have a very similar heartbeat to humans. So, sorry about my car. So, if a child puts their hand or their ear to the dog's heartbeat, it actually can regulate their own and calm them down, and that's companion therapy. So that's fantastic, really interesting. Cats have a much faster heartbeat, so that's not the same with regard to reaching for the heartbeat and feeling that rhythm. But of course, cats are lovely and gorgeous as well, the nice ones. And I've had some people with birds. Now, birds that are trained, birds that are in cages that you don't pull out and you don't play with and engage with and have a connected relationship. I actually don't think there's any point with regard to psychologically for the children. So if it's birds, they have to be hand reared, and for the child to be old enough to really have that relationship, and then it would well and truly be a responsibility. So yes, the answer is yes, and but of course, some families can't manage it. They've got limitations. That's very real. But I guess it's just something to think about, all the pros and cons, and also whether you're a cat or a dog person or a bird person. But yeah, it is wonderful for children. Our 5 boys, the 2 young ones particularly, walk around holding the cats all the time. We go walking with the dogs, and they play outside with the dogs a lot, and it's nice. All right, if you want to catch me online, Facebook and Instagram, Kirsten Hunter Author, and the website kirstenhunter.com. Lots of resources there. And I think I'm also on, I'll leave it there. I'm all over the place. That's good. All right, bye-bye.